Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Talladega Super Speedway. Welcome to the War Eagle 200, possibly one of the most badass names we've had so far for a race. War Eagle 200. It's so American that just want to have biscuits and gravy, but the biscuits and gravy that I know is completely wrong and perverse. Anyway, got a good field of cars already here ready to rip. Got 21 in the field so far, a 33-23 strength of field. And of course, it's Talladega. So we're expecting big things here. Have a quick squiz through who we got, what times they're showing. Zakemi leading the way with a 49.572. Now, none of the times actually matter because they're all draft assisted. That's Pizzakemi, Marquez, there's Hennessy, Rickard, Hernandez, Crampton, Harmon, Baylor, Campbell, and Barnes. As we go over the page, the Pentacup, Sanchez, Sanders, Masia, Champeau, Kraus, Horton, Chambliss, Ortega, and Collins. And then the last one on the final page is Corey Cook as what in the hell are these guys doing? I think they forget with the broadcast pit party, I don't tell them when to start rolling. As Crampton decides to go to a burnout, and I think he's going to drop into the nether. Yep, there he goes. As I said, 21 cars to take on the racing action here tonight. So far, we could expect a couple of latecomers. Got 16 people who have set time so far, and further 5 who have not. Hopefully we'll see a couple of them in action right now. A couple more cars in the pits, so they're just going to make their way out and try and catch up to the field. And it looks like the field is in some sort of a semblance now. This is the track with the longest run of not having a pace car. Because the pace car would typically be in right about here. Then they have to make their way all the way around to the other side of the tri-oval before they can launch. 2.5 mile oval. Biggest and baddest oval in the real life world of racing. And they're racing. This track is located in Alabama. I think it's not too far away from Mobile, Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely one of those tracks that brings a lot of fans in attendance. Always just one of those exciting races where anything can and will happen. far everything's pretty calm. Just the whole 2x2 formation is. We have 19 cars that are set laps now. Talladega and Collins are in the field. And we now have 22 cars as James Watson has graced us with his presence. Things are getting a little bit sketchy at the front. The bumps are getting big. iRacing has done some stuff to the draft package. And the drivers reporting so far that it's a little bit weird, especially if you're at the back. Oh, and there's a blowover. I think that was Hennessy that went over. Sanchez to the inside fence. Saw Pentecost spinning. Oh, Pentecost's car is destroyed. Ortega looks like he was involved. Still quite a few cars on track though. But Thomas Harmon at threat of losing draft back. He has lost the draft. It's time ticking down here in practice. As I said, these practice results seem to mean absolutely nothing. Not a true test of anyone's speed or anything. Because normally when I used to be able to practice with these guys, I'd be right up towards the top, just because draft. I'd always find a way to manipulate my way into a top spot in practice because of the draft. Rankin doing good on the inside line as Kyle Kraus leading the second line. Oh, and there goes Ken Campbell to take out Kyle Kraus and Thad Faylor. That's Austin Collins still spinning there in the 74 car. And this is what's left of our pack. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars left in the pack. We also now have 23 signed up for the race as Joe Slama has entered the fray. Brings our strength of field to a 34-21. That is the average of everyone's I rating added together and divided by the amount of people in the server. There's a little bit of touch there between Rickett and Crampton. Three-car tandem on the bottom. Fernandez, he's hoping to make that a 4-car tandem. Oh, and around goes Crampton, and he saved it quite nicely, actually. That was crazily saved. Oh, and there it is. That's where it all goes wrong. No survivors, much death. It's up to these guys whether they're going to keep doing pit parties or not. Only about 3.5 minutes left of practice now. Enough for a few laps, especially at full speed. But you know, there's the whole getting up to speed, getting everyone organised. So I don't think they'll get another pit party in unless they go immediately from the pits and go straight out onto the track. Travis Massey, one of those trying to get some more track time, is Joe Slammer as well. Travis actually looks like he timed that perfectly with Joe. And they're just going to ride there side by side apparently. There we go. Joe jumps in behind. He wants to do some pushing. He doesn't want to do no leading. Now 24 cars signed up for the racing action. The has now been put to a 34-38. Time is starting to tick down quite rapidly. These two are going to practice a pit entry. Only a few cars on track at the moment because time is so close to being gone, which means we are going to go to a commercial break so these guys can get out there and go do some qualifying. So when we return, we'll have the starting order for the War Eagle 200 here from the Talladega Super Speedway. So stay tuned. Racing action will be coming up shortly. Welcome back to Talladega Super Speedway for the War Eagle 200. As you can see, qualifying is just now complete. So it's just about time for us to start going through and having a look at our order. Starting on the pole, going to be the 03 of TJ Crampton. On his outside will be the 94 Andrew Hennessy. P3, we're going to have the 12 of Chris Champeau. P4, 67 of Brian Chambliss. P5 will have the 05 of Scott Rickard. P6, the 61 of Corey Cook. P7 will be the 7 of Kyle Kraus. The P8, the 74 of Austin Collins. P9 will be the 38 of Thomas Harmon. And P10, the 39 of James Watson. P11 will have Ken Campbell in the 15. Reggie Ortega in the 22 will be out of 12th. 13th will be the 13 of Travis Masia with the 2 of Jonathan Hernandez out of P14. Joe Salama will be in 15th out of the 9 car. League founder Jaron Sanchez in the 4, he'll be out of P16. There's Mark Pentecoff in 17th in the 5 car. Brian Pizzicami, who actually put in a qualifying effort, down in 18th. Thad Faylor in the 21 will be 19th with Jack Sanders, P20, and the last of the qualified cars. Not setting laps, we've got the 68 Andrew Griesbaum, the 93 Matt Sisler for 21st, 22nd. Horton in the 51, Travis Barnes in the 106, they're 23rd and 24th. And all by his lonesome in the 25th position will be Jonas Marquez in the 00. But it is our starters and drivers here for the War Eagle 200 from the Talladega Super Speedway. So we're getting ready to go green here. Now the first start is on green. All the restarts will be on the leader inside of the restart zone, and the leader has lane choice for the restarts. We do have a stage in this race, and to my understanding, because of the fuel window, if we do not get a caution before the stage, then we will get a stage caution. That's my understanding of what's going on. As I said, that will be a competition caution for gas. Here we go. It's going to be 65 laps of this Talladega Super Speedway. 2.5 miles. Full throttle the entire time. Especially if you're leading. Alright, here we go. So make their way through turns 3 and 4. Base car will get ready to make that hard left turn into pit lane. The crowd is on their feet in excitement. Even the ones that were dematerializing from the camera shot. And the pace car is in. Remember, they must maintain 70 miles an hour until they get the green. And all bets are off. And we're off and racing.
Green flag.
It looks like initially that outside line got a good jump with Chambliss and Hennessy. But the inside line, Champeau and Crampton prevailing. This is where third car is so important. Corey Cook right on the tail of the Chambliss car, giving them a good push, where Scott Rickard was a little bit off the back of the Champo car, so they lagged back a little bit. They go 2x2 formation. Also got the 74 Austin Collins up there on that outside line. He's making it a 4-car tandem. Oh, and a little bit unsettled was the outside line. Chambliss had to get out. That ruined their momentum a little bit. And clean and clear puts TJ Cranton into the lead of this race now. Scott Rickard starting to move around. He's found the lead of the outside lane. And he's got a good run going there too. The 94 of Hennessy pushing him. And it looks like they've both gotten clear of TJ Cranton now. Down comes Scott Rickard to lead the bottom line. Hennessy says, no, I'm staying up here. And Hennessy is going to try and go for the lead of the race now. Oh, big move there for the 61. It's Corey Cook. Went from the outside lane to leading the inside lane just in front of Rickard. Rickard right on his tail, giving him the big push. People throughout the field trying to become movers and shakers, but it's a little bit hard when they're just stuck 2x2 like this. And Corey Cook leading that lap by less than 1/10 of a second. The margin's absolutely tight right now. There are some moves being made towards the back. Mostly just trying to find a decent place to be that's safe if you're out there at the back. Pit stop cycles change everything when it comes to the way these guys are racing. But it's such tight quarters. I think if one person sneezes up towards the front, especially if they're in that low lane, it's going to be a disaster of epic proportions. Just because of how tight everyone still is. No one at this stage has lost the draft. Everyone is still in with a shot of winning this race. And that's why Talladega is one of the biggest lotteries as far as racing is concerned. I'm not sitting here trying to say that it takes as much skill as like the Nürburgring to get through this race, but it definitely takes the right amount of luck. Because you've got to have luck to get around here unscathed and to find yourself in a position to win at the end of it. Everyone's starting to get a little bit sketchy. Some of the pushers starting to run out of steam. And I mean that in the literal sense of their trucks overheating. I think that's Chambliss up there just floating down towards the back. He says he's had his fun at the front. He's dropping right to the back. first to third last. But Corey Cook leading away on the inside line there. Hennessy leading away on the outside. I think Hennessy's dropped to the inside the entire time. James Watson third in line there on the outside. He certainly made his way up a little bit. Where'd James start? James started in 10th, so he's made 4 positions just by continuing to run that outside line. Got 3 wide in the back. Not sure who that blue car is, but they're trying to get that third lane going there at the back of the pack. Might be Travis Barnes, actually. And this will tick down with 8 laps complete this time at the line. So we'll start lap number 9. And who's going to have it at the line this time? It was Hennessy last lap. And it looks like it's going to be Hennessy again this lap. And let me just check to see if that is Travis Barnes, because he's making some headway there on the outside. It is. Travis Barnes currently up into the 12th position, just running that high line. And I am just trying to see the number of the person behind him. I think that's Chambliss behind him. It is. They're definitely making some inroads there on that third lane. Scott Rickard is in the lead of the race now. It seems that outside line now has stalled out a little bit. Barnes and Chambliss starting to lose a little bit of that momentum they had. Let's go back to the front. Rickard back down to the bottom after leading another lap. So the inside line has some momentum. And he's like, yes, give me momentums. Om nom nom. As we're now at 10 laps complete, and I think Hennessy just had that one by a nose. Not even a full nose, just a partial nose. It seems that outside momentum starting to come back. There's 4 cars up there now in that third lane. It's no longer Barnes leading it. Now the 22 of Reggie Ortega. And it looks like they've just about cracked the top 10. Outside seems to have lost a lot of momentum with the side drafting coming from that third lane. Hennessy scored his 3rd that time at the line. That's how much momentum that outside lane has lost, or that second lane has lost now with the third lane being in. That third lane is shooting along. As now Joe Slama jumps up into the third lane. surprising we haven't seen anyone slip up yet though. But this is the kind of racing that we expect from these drivers. As the 74 Austin Collins sneaks up in front of Reggie Ortega. He says this third lane has some momentums. Give me the momentums. He's trying to lead that third lane to glory. But he did it with the tightest of margins. Pretty sure Ortega and the rest of the outside line there had to lift out so they didn't absolutely destroy him. Corey Cook just starting out a little bit there on the inside line, just trying to get a little bit of air on his grill. So I'm pretty sure he's probably battling with some temperature demons there. This has moved James Watson up into second in line on the outside. Well, I guess second in line in the second lane. The inside lane though, looking really good, and there goes Corey Cook. He's now leading the second lane. And there goes Austin. Oh, there's a crash. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Oh no, it's a huge one. Oh, that's caught up so many people. Let's back this right up. Focus on the 22 of Ortega. So Austin came down. Ortega tried to come down a little bit with him. Just gets into the side of Cook. Ortega comes back up. Cook's still having an incident down low. And, oh, Cook's the one that got James. Damn. So much death and destruction here. Just look at it from the wide angle lens. All the death that's occurring. A large majority of the field is caught up in this one. Austin Collins is going to be leading the way, and looks like he's going to be leading everyone into the pits. So while they do that, we are going to go to another commercial break here, and when we come back, we will have some more racing action for you guys coming up here very shortly. Welcome back to the War Eagle 200 here from the Talladega Super Speedway. And Austin Collins and Brian Chambliss have both decided to not pit under that caution. So we'll see how that's going to work out for them. I would not have advised the no pitting strat, because literally everyone else came in. There was a concern over fuel numbers before that caution. There's going to be Collins, Chambliss, Crampton, Champeau, Rickard, Slama, Harmon, Campbell, Griesbaum, Pentacuff. Got a few more takers into the pits. Hernandez, Marquez, Sanders, Watson, Pizzakemi coming in to get some extra gas. Travis Barnes, unfortunately, 2 laps down. We got the 1 to green, so we're going to go green this time by. Get a proper read on where everyone's at. So Collins, Chambliss, Crampton, Champeau, Rickard, Slama, Harmon, Campbell, Griesbaum, Pentacuff. That's your top 10. Masia, Horton, Baylor, Sisler, Sanchez, Kraus, Hernandez, Marquez. And then we'll go Watson, probably Pizzakemi, Sanders, Cook, Hennessy, and Ortega. Of course, Travis Barnes, as I said, unfortunately 25th position, still in the pits, and currently 2 laps down. He did all that work, got that outside line absolutely chooching along, for it to all blow up on him. That's actually a big shame for Travis, because he was hauling. He got that outside line going. But we're all reset here, ready to go once more. We have 18 laps complete when we get the green. Pace car is in. Austin has chosen the inside line for the restart. He can restart at any point within the restart zone. But because it's Talladega, you'd be smart just to wait for the green. And there they go. Actually, a really good start there for both Collins and Crampton. The outside line just really did not seem to go very well at all. The outside line lost so much momentum, and there goes now Rickard and Harmon. They're trying to get the second line going, and we've got the outside line going once more. It's all happening here. Chambliss might not have gotten the greatest of restarts, but he's absolutely chooched along in the second half of the lap. I do believe the stage is coming up here shortly. We're not going to get a caution for it now because we had a caution, but we're going to be getting pretty close to it. At the moment, Rickard, the one leading the way. They're 3 wide in the back of the pack as well. Looks like Reggie Ortega is without any draft at the moment. He was one of those who was getting repairs and he couldn't quite catch up to the field. I don't know what the stage lap is. I'm going to assume it's right here at lap 20. Which would put Scott Rickard as number 1 there. Austin Collins got second in it. And Thomas Harmon third, so everyone who was leading the line would have been first, second, and third in the stage, if that was the stage lap. But either way, we'll keep going on here as the battle between Rickard and Collins rages on here at the front of the field between the two inside lines. Harmon and Chambliss are really trying to get that outside line going. They just don't quite have enough. Mark Pentecoff, third in line in the middle lane there, if you don't mind. Oh, and he's out. They're 4 wide now. I think Mark was just trying to get into the outside line, and he got it a little bit wrong. Too much momentum. Carried him all the way into the fence. And that just ruined the third lane completely for everyone. Oh, poor Mark. His win is coming, I know it. Okay, if it comes at a lottery track like this, it is coming. Scott Rickard now going to take over leading the low lane. Going to give Ken Campbell a chance to lead the second lane. Oh, there's a check up, a bit of drama. Everyone's everywhere, there's people on the apron. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Scott maybe get loose or something, which was just no one prepared for a checkup. I don't get it. But either way, this has changed things completely. Chris Champeau now leading the way. And that absolutely shuffled the deck. So it's Champ, and then on the outside there's Ken Campbell. He's got Thomas Harmon on his tail. Thomas has got to be pushing hard. Slammer, another one who's pretty good at pushing. We saw him in practice, starting to practice pushing with Travis Massier. Oh, Thomas. Like he got a little bit of a bad bump there, possibly from Frampton. Unless he was just going down to get some air. Like Campbell now going to lead the inside lane. This gives Thomas Harmon a chance to have some fresh air and lead away. Sun is setting. It's getting late in the day here already. Not even at the halfway mark yet. You see the trucks are casting some pretty long shadows here on the back straight as they're starting to catch up to Reggie Ortega. And Reggie pulls down onto the apron to get out of the way of the pack. Reggie will now be the first car 1 lap down. Still Ken Campbell leading the way. Thomas Harmon starting to charge along the middle lane there, as we've got 3 lanes once more. And Thomas Harmon now is going to lead the inside lane. Oh, and we've got another crash. Oh, we've got much disaster there. I think that all started with Austin. The league founder Sanchez heavily involved in this. What happened here? Because that was just weird. Oh, there was a bad bump from Masia. Into defense he goes. He got the 67 unsettled as well. Into defense the 67 goes. Griesbaum has been spun in the pack. Sanchez just got caught by the 13. Oh, Pentacuff. He's going for it as well. Looks like Brian Pizzicami has gotten a little piece of this. And Reggie Ortega is probably going to get his lap back here. But that has taken out quite a few decent drivers. Thomas Harmon is currently leading away from Ken Campbell. Now, if they pit from here, they won't make it. Calculations we ran earlier put them as just not making it. Let's see if we can have a chat with one of the drivers involved. Austin's in his pit box. So let's see if we can grab Austin for this one. And apparently my Discord has just been a little bit dumb right now. Yay. So I guess we're not going to get an interview after all. Because my Discord just absolutely restarted itself.
He only has one job and he can do it very well.
There we go. Discord is reconnected now. And it looks like Joe Slama is going to be leading the way at the moment. Joe, who by the looks of things either only took 2 or only took fuel. And he's there with Christian Poe, Jonathan Hernandez and Kyle Kraus as well, who either just took fuel or 2. Thomas Harmon, the first car on 4, is going to be in 5th. Got TJ Crampton, Ken Campbell, Scott Rickard, James Watson and Corey Cook. That's your top 10. We've got a few people who are just coming out of the pits. It looks like we've got 16 cars who are unaffected by damage. Quite a few cars coming back into the pits for more gas. Not that it's going to matter much. Pretty much the entire field besides Slama and Champo have come in. I don't know why, but it looks like Champo is going to be leading it instead of Slama. Even though previously they were reversed and it was the other way around. Yeah, everyone just going in for a splash and dash. The exception of Brian Pizzicami. Yeah, we have 20 cars left in the race. Austin Collins, Brian Chambliss, Jaron Sanchez, Mark Pentecoff, Travis Barnes, they're all in the pits getting repairs, possibly out. We are on 1 to green. Not that you could tell that we were on 1 to green because, with the exception of Slama, it looks like it's going to be a single file restart because everyone came into the pits for extra gas. Oh, looks like we've got 2 cars on the outside now. The pace car is in. There's Hennessy, who's on the outside line there with Slama. And everyone else is on the inside line. And we're green.
Green flag.
Top 5 all getting a pretty good start there. And Slama and Hennessy honestly looking really good here to take the lead away. Slama does take the lead away from Champo. Hennessy now leading the second lane. He's got Hernandez on his tail. Hernandez pushing him like a madman. Jonas Marquez jumped out of line briefly there in the background. Hennessy and Hernandez leading the way. They got Kraus on their tail. Slama and Rickard side by side. Rickard with no help. Big push coming from Hernandez onto Hennessy. I don't think Hennessy has had anyone touch his butt quite like the way Hernandez is. Here comes that outside line now with Rickard and Masia. I saw Masia was the one who gave the bad bump to Austin during that last crash. Will he reel it in for this one? And just give the bumps necessary. We'll see. He's definitely lined up better this time on Rickard than he was on Collins. The outside line is just looking so good. Got so much pace in it. Even with their third in line, not really getting involved in the pushing too much. The field is once more catching up to Reggie Ortega. He decided to stick in the pits, get some more repairs done, and it started him halfway back from the field. As we now reach the halfway point. 33 down, 32 to go. Reggie looks like he's going to stay up high here, let the field go by underneath him. we definitely had a change now. Scott Rickard jumps down in front of Hennessy. He's going to lead the inside lane. Gives Massia a chance on the outside to get pushed by Pizzacchemi. Pizzacchemi, who started down in 18th, now up into P2. P2 now. As both of them jump down in front of Rickard. Even Thad Failer out there all by himself. Thad's now going to jump in line. Jonas Marquez is now the lone car in the second lane. So this is really no pressure driving right now for our leaders. Because there's no one offering a challenge. I understand that they're just trying to tick laps away now. If they all stay single file like this, and ain't no one going to make any overtakes. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, having a quick look, and if things stay the way they are, then Pizzacchemi will be the Autism Awareness Hard Charger Award winner. Going 18th to second, that's plus 16 for the race. That is better than everyone else who is eligible for it so far. Currently have 19 cars on the lead lap, one car one lap down, and 5 cars in the pits, either getting repairs or are out of the race, just sitting there watching the shenanigans unfold. Travis Massia leading the way, getting some solid laps led here too, as we do have someone stepping out of lane there towards the mid pack. I think that's a 12 of Champo. No one has gone with him. He's just trying to get something started because, you know, it's single file, it's boring. And as it stands right now, Pizzacchemi and Massia are actually pulling away from the 05 of Scott Rickard. It looked like briefly someone else was going to jump up there with him. I think that would have been Hennessy. It is Hennessy. Hennessy has now jumped up there with Champo. And they're going to get this outside lane going again. Here they come. Outside of our leaders. The race is on once more. Side drafting off the 78 of Pizzacchemi. I'm surprised no one else has decided to jump up there with them. Look at the momentum they've got. Top 4 have a visual gap over the 5th place 05 of Scott Rickard. It was exactly where he started. Pizzacchemi now jumps into the outside lane. 3-car tandem for the second lane. Oh, and he's going to get ditched. He got ditched by both Champo and by Hennessy, as they both went to the low lane. If he plays his cards right here, he could still be in with a shot. Side draft is pretty powerful in these trucks. Pizzacchemi really just needs someone to go there with him, and he's decided to just jump back into line where he was things are starting to look a little bit unsettled here at the front of the pack, actually. The way the first two are weaving around. Austin Collins and Mark Pentecoff are both back out on track. Austin Collins just in front of the pack here a little bit. He's 11 laps down. Mark Pentecoff 12 laps down. As laps ticking away. I think while they're single file like this, we are going to go to another quick commercial break here. And we'll be back in just 60 seconds time, where we will have the conclusion of the War Eagle 200 right here on the Aussie Sim Commentator channel for the Output Racing League. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Welcome back to the War Eagle 200 right here on the Aussie Sim Commentator channel for the Output Racing League at the Talladega Super Speedway. As you can see, not much has changed. Everyone's still single file here at the front. They are trying to get some outside lane going towards the back, but with just about 21.5 laps to go, they really got to get a wriggle on here if they want to try and make an impact. I'm actually surprised it's taken this long for the 2x2 to start coming back into it. It looks like Mark Pentecoff has gone back into the pits. Austin Collins still on track. He's actually in the back there somewhere, probably towards the back of it. He's 12 laps down. Travis Barnes has come back onto the track just now. He's 29 laps down. There is Austin, actually, just going down another lap here. And I've just absolutely missed the fact that Champeau and Corey Cook have just blitzed the field on the outside. And they've taken the lead of the race. I wasn't paying attention. Kyle Kraus is up here as well. We have a race on our hands once more. Nine seconds up the road as well is another lap car. It's Reggie Ortega again. We get a caution before they get to him though. Reggie Ortega will once more be back on the lead lap. So here we go. Hennessy now leading the outside line once more. He's got Kyle Kraus on his tail. Travis Massia trying to catch up to Corey Cook to be the third in line that these guys on the inside need. Big gap there between Massia and Rickard, which just got filled. The outside line just crumbled a little bit. Who's that with Pizzicami? It's the 74 of Collins. Collins is 12 laps down, as I said, but he would have had all of his damage fixed, so he'd only have damage that they couldn't fix still on that truck. There's still a question of fuel numbers for most of these drivers. If not all of the drivers, actually. Everyone's going to be very, very marginal come towards the end of the race. Pizzicami and Collins on that outside lane. They're going along pretty well here. In fact, they're absolutely flying along. Travis Barnes is now 30 laps down. He's ducking into line. Pizzicami and Collins not giving up on this second lane. It doesn't mean much to Collins, but it will if he can get Pizzicami to a win here, or at least to the lead. Because the best part is all these lap cars, they don't have a worry about fuel. They should all be good to the end. Except maybe Ortega, who is 2 laps down now. Travis Massier just testing the waters there a little bit, looking like he was going to head towards the outside lane, ducked back into line. I think Collins and Pizzicami really need someone else to jump up there with them, like a Hernandez or a Failor, jump on the back. No one will be willing to pit early here either. They're either going to go until they run out or till they finish, because they're all stubborn pricks. There's Scott Rickard. He's jumped out into the outside lane now. He's looking to get on the back of Boston and try and help Pizzicami get towards the front. Travis Barnes also in the outside lane. He's a bit far back, but he's catching. Here goes Pizzicami now with a huge burst of speed. It's amazing what 3 cars can do. Pizzicami now just with his nose ahead. Pizzicami leads that lap. Slama out there in the outside line as well. Lap car on the inside, that's Reggie. Reggie now 3 laps down. And Austin says, look, I'm not fighting for position here. I'll back out so y'all can go for it. So now Scott Rickard is the one pushing Pizzicami. Slama there for the 3rd. Have almost 10 laps to go, and there is still the question of fuel mileage. Because of the way that caution came out, when it did come out, there is still a huge question over whether these guys can make it to the end on gas. Now, due to earlier testing, the fuel run was calculated to be about 32-33 laps. Most people are just now 25 laps into this run. As I said, it's going to be very marginal here as to whether these guys are going to make it or not. I reckon they're going to be short. Everyone's going to have to pit again. Or hope for a caution. And then everyone's just going to have to splash and dash. Oh, Corey Cook leaves his post as the pusher for the 12. Leads the outside lane. And now he's going to become the leader of the race. He ducks down low. He should have stayed high. Because Pizzicami stayed there. Momentum on the inside line was a little bit shunted. I think Cook was expecting Pizzicami to jump down with him and he didn't. This is the racing we've come to expect here at Talladega. And it will be 10 to go at the line. And I think I heard a few people fall off the pack here. Campbell, Marquez, Watson, Sisler, Horton. They're all very far back. About a quarter of a lap behind everyone else. I think those guys are fuel saving. They're trying to make it to the end. They're trying to fuel save to the end. 9.5 laps to go. I'm expecting at least one more caution before we get to the end of this race. And if not a caution, then it's going to be absolute chaos as everyone's diving into the pit lane. Battles between Cook and Pizzicami here at the front of the pack though. Tampo is a hell of a pusher. So too is Scott Rickard. There's the third in line that's making all the difference. Travis Massey on the inside is a great third in line. Joe Slama needs to be a little bit closer to Scott Rickard for that third in line role to really be mattering for him. And he's going to ditch out of it. He's ditched out of it. He's gone to the inside. He's probably getting ready for the possibility of a pit stop. That is my only guess. As the pushes are starting to get bigger. Here comes TJ Crampton to fill in the third in line slot for the outside line. Travis Barnes has passed Sanchez and Chambliss in the standings just by getting out there and getting laps done. Soon he'll actually pass Mark Pentecup as well. Pizzicami and Rickard now leading the inside lane. As we start lap 59, 58 complete, 27 laps to go. And this is where it's at. Either drive it till it blows up or it runs out of gas by the looks of things. 6 laps to go. Who was going to make it? Who was not? Going to be within the next couple of laps. They're going to start running out of gas. There's a lot of radio chatter going on right now. Travis Barnes has made his way into 22nd. And here we go, people are coming in. Time for the splash and dash. Oh, Pizzakemi flew into the pit lane. I'm not sure if he made it or not. That might be a penalty. We'll wait and see. 5 to go. Frampton now leading the way. Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at the pit time. Pizzakemi definitely got a pit entry penalty there. Second group's going to have to come in now. Oh, just a couple of them. It's just going to be Crampton and Masia. It's going to put Kyle Kraus in the lead of the race with Hernandez and Baylor. 4 laps left. And this is the slower pack we were looking at before that they've just caught up to. Ones that I theorized were fuel saving. Could also be crash damage. And these guys aren't pitting. They're staying out. Three to go. Kyle Kraus leading the way. And he's tucked up right up behind Austin Collins. So he's getting all the fuel saving benefit right now of not leading the line. That is the biggest thing right now. Because he is not leading the line, he is not using gas as much. When you're leading the line, you burn more gasoline than if you're second in line. So this could be an absolutely worldly strategy from these drivers. 2 to go at the line this time. And the battle is down to Kraus, Hernandez and Faylor. Will they have enough fuel to make it? Have they saved enough in the pack? Will they have to splash and dash? Will they just roll across the line on fumes? I think Faylor is out. That Faylor just pulled out of the line. I think he's out. Coming to the white flag now. And Kraus, he's pitting. Kraus is out. It's all on Hernandez. Hernandez, he's just got to make it another 2 miles. Oh no, Hernandez is out. someone going to push him? Yes, he's going to get pushed. That is still circulating. They're on the apron. Collins is trying to push Hernandez to the win. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen this before. Hernandez completely out of gas. Austin Collins trying to push him across the line to take the win. Thomas Harmon is coming, but I don't think he's going to come hard enough. That Failor, he's out of gas. He's in the middle of 3 and 4. He's been overtaken, but coming to the line, your winner, with assistance from the 74 of Austin Collins, is going to be Jonathan Hernandez. Here's your battle for second. Oh, and they've crashed coming to the line. That was wild. They had a crash coming to the line. Crampton comes home second over Champeau, Cook, Massier, Harmon. Rickard coming home there in 7th. Oh, wow. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. But Jonathan Hernandez has won this race in the most unusual of circumstances I think we have ever seen. Oh, this is amazing. Corey Cook trying to push him back home. Just waiting for everyone to cross the line so we can get the finishing results up on the screen. Where's Failor and all this? Has Failor even finished yet? Let's check it out. He's going to get assistance to the line as well. Travis Barnes pushing him. Looks like he's going to come home in the 13th position. Nice. Here we go. Hernandez, Crampton, Champeau, Cook, Massier, Harmon, Rickard, Hennessy, Sanders, and Sisler. That is your top 10. So we look over the page. We've got Slama, Griesbaum, Watson, Failor, Campbell, Marquez, Pizzicami, Horton, Kraus, and Ortega. That's your top 20. Then Collins, Barnes, Pentacuff, Chambliss, and Sanchez wrapping up your field as Hernandez in the background here just got spun out by Corey Cook. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get a burnout here because, well, it ain't got no gas in it. But it's going to be a very, very interesting interview here that we're about to have with Jonathan Hernandez. I can tell you that much for absolute certainty. But until then, we're going to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we will have driver interviews. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Alrighty, it is now time for driver interviews. And as always, we kick things off with the Autism Awareness Hard Charger Award. And today's Hard Charger, funnily and stupidly enough, is also tonight's race winner, the two of Jonathan Hernandez. Jonathan, Jonathan, what in the hell compelled you to try and save enough gas to make it to the end?
Okay. Hold on. I want to put this on record, by the way. If at the end there's no, if I do get penalized for that, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna savor this interview as if I won, which I did unofficially until I'll probably get ruled out. But anyways, yeah, we of course we pitted on that final caution and uh, we topped off. Of course, I'm pretty sure it's all with everybody else as only two cars were starting the outside line and we were just saving that whole time ever since I started pushing Hennessy out there. Since he had so much damage, I couldn't push him 100%. So uh, I was just stuck riding behind him, which started working out. We were good. We were saving. We actually had enough to make it to the end, and then once everybody started pushing again, then we were. I think it was showing point 0.7 short, which is where it ran out in turn two. Oh, I'm just gonna. I gotta give a huge shout out to Austin. I did not tell him anything. I did not, key up to him and be like, "Hey, I need you to push me around." He did that on his own. Uh, with it's just the funniest thing. I think that's the greatest finish I've ever been part of.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to save the replay for this one just so you can play it back whenever you feel like it. Because, honestly, Austin is the GOAT. And not just for pushing you across the line. Earlier on, he helped the outside line get going again with Pizzakemi, pushed him back up towards the front. And, it was just, Austin was just seriously goated as soon as he came back from getting the repairs done. And absolute A plus. And I reckon that's because of all the times you made paint schemes for him, and he didn't get to thank you properly for it. So he just paid you back for the paint schemes, I guess.
He's paid me back with them plenty of times. I mean, every paint scheme I've made him, he's won in it. So of course, it's like okay, that counts as a win. This one right here is just he said before the race, we were all talking, and he said that he's just going to go for it this race, just try to get points, which, of course, we're getting close to the regular season finale here in a couple of races. So he was going for points, and of course, he got wrecked out. So he stayed in it, and he came back out. And I thought he was going to help, whoever up there, and until we got that lucky, well, I don't know how you want to call it, lucky, unlucky situation with the gas. And he said he literally queued up in Discord and was like, "I have nothing else to gain. Let's go." He shoved. I, was, I wasn't ready for it because I only had my foot on the clutch and I didn't have it in neutral yet. But by the time I threw it in neutral, that's when I was almost sideways from him pushing me. So I wasn't even prepared for that.
Now, as you said, we are coming close to the end of the regular season here. I just had a look. There's 2 races left. So let's look at next week, where we're going to be going to the Nashville Super Speedway. What's the feeling like for you as we head into Tennessee to tackle Nashville?
Nashville, I thought we were going to Charlotte. Whoops. Told everybody we were going to Charlotte. Looks like we're about to be the only people showing up at Nashville. Um, but it's going to be a tough track. Of course, it's a concrete track, so tire wear is going to be plenty there. With this new arrow on the truck, I don't know how it's going to handle. From my short little run I did there, it was loose, but it's going to be one of those where if you qualify great, it's going to help you out for the race. And, Austin's probably going to get his payback here next week, seeming that he loves Nashville. So, uh, we're just gonna go get some points, see if we get some more stage points, rack up a little bit more, just to tie that knot of making the playoffs again.
All right, now before we let you go here tonight, Jonathan, anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, of course. You know, at first, always, I always thank y'all, but yeah, I think this time around, I have to thank Austin for that push. For I guess the win. I don't know if it's gonna be official or not. I guess we'll wait till final posting of it. Potentially win. And then, of course, as always, I got to thank you with the broadcast and the help with the league, and of course, Jaron, Brian, Kyle, everybody, Drivers Council, uh, putting this on. Uh, we've had decent fields this season, good and bad, regardless of the finish. And of course, got to thank the team as always, with our Triad and our sponsor, Stint Analyzer, Susan Media, uh, Friendly's Ice Cream, and pretty much everybody, all our partners. And uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank Frank for the hard charger award. I forgot I got that also.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much for coming out. Congratulations on coming home with probably the most entertaining win ever and the Autism Awareness Hard Charger Award. And we look forward to seeing what you can do next week at Nashville.
Yeah, most entertaining is definitely a word for it. Probably the only time we're ever going to see this happen, as I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a rule place now.
Oh, I don't know. I doubt that. It's such a unique situation that in all the years that I've been here as the broadcaster for the Output Racing League, we have never had this happen before, and I doubt we will ever have this happen again. But
Yeah,
congratulations on coming home with the win, the Hard Charger Award, and probably the most entertaining win in history. And I'm sure if someone's smart enough, they'll go back in the broadcast and make a clip of it, so that way I can post it up as a standalone little clip for the YouTube channel. But again, congratulations, mate, and we look forward to seeing what we can do next week at Nashville.
thank you, Corey. I'll see you next week.
All right, guys, that was tonight's winner and our Autism Awareness Hard Charger Award winner, plus the most entertaining win in output history, the two of Jonathan Hernandez. Coming up next, we have our second place getter, and I bet he'd be absolutely disappointed that he lost in such a way, but with it being such an entertaining win, how can you be disappointed at that? Mr. TJ Crampton, our second place getter here tonight.
Yeah, second place. I thought I was dead a couple of times with those wrecks, but yeah, second place. I thought that was for the win at first, and then I looked at the thing and saw that Jonathan somehow saved or coasted 11 seconds ahead, so I was a little bit disappointed at that. But it's Talladega. I mean, there's so much that could happen, especially with the fuel strategy in this race. So coming home second is definitely good points. I needed that because I was outside the top 10. So hopefully that'll put me in the top 10 for the upcoming playoffs.
Now it's definitely a fairly interesting race out there. How did you deal with it? With the fact we had so many cautions in the first half, but then it became a fuel mileage race there right at the end.
Yeah, the cautions. I knew they were gonna have a big one at some point. It's Talladega, but yeah, the untimely caution that fuel strategy. I mean, fuel strategy is racing, but I'm not a huge fan of the fuel strategy races personally. But uh, this one was fun, more fun than the previous strategy races that I've had. So uh, this one's a little different. Luckily, I didn't lose the draft when I was trying to fuel save with Ken there, but uh, luckily we were able to continue to go. And instead of trying to do what Jonathan did, I just decided to pit with 4 laps to go. But hey, it worked out. Podium's always good.
Right now, let's look forward towards next week. TJ going to be going to the Nashville Super Speedway. What's it feeling like for you as we head into Tennessee once more?
Not a huge fan of Nashville. Gonna have to grind some laps and figure out how to drive that place. Don't have a great history there, but looking forward to the opportunity and hopefully I can put that 03 up here again.
I'll definitely hope so. But before we let you go here tonight, man, and you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, definitely you at the broadcast and everyone here at Output. I want to thank Redline Oil, James at Team Watson Racing, and Extreme Mufflers, and that's about it.
All right, TJ, thank you very much for coming out. Congratulations on coming home P2. And we look forward to seeing what we can do next week at Nashville.
Take it.
Guys, that was our second place getter, the 03 of California Corey himself, Mr. TJ Crampton. And if you're wondering about that, that's a reference to his Discord name, California Corey, because apparently we share brain cells every now and then. Coming up next, we're going to have our third place getter here tonight. And tonight's third place is the 12 of Mr. Chris Champeau. Chris, you were absolutely up there when it mattered most. And, I don't think I've seen you outside of the top 10 too much throughout this race. But, fuel strategy, as much as we don't like fuel strategy races, this one became it just because of the way the cautions fell.
Yeah, it was a little bummer because I really didn't. I wanted to be able to fight for it, and then after that last one, everyone was trying to save fuel, and I didn't hit coming 2 to green, so I just didn't think I had enough to really save. I probably could have, in knowing where those guys ran out and what their numbers were. Maybe I could have made it. I don't know. It was very close if I kept saving. So, but I just said, screw it. This isn't how I want to race anymore. And everyone's going so slow. I literally just drove around the entire field right back to the front. So I figured if we're not going to make it a fuel mileage, or if I'm not going to make it a fuel mileage race, I'm going to go as fast as I can and make this not a fuel mileage race. So, I mean, it was fun. That was the only time I was really in the back at all. The draft sucks, man. I don't know what they did to it. The draft is terrible. So I was like, I need to stay in the front because if you get like half a second back, you just lose the draft, and I wasn't going to have that happen.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that was the case for the most part. I don't get why the draft model has been changed so drastically, but it definitely looks
I
like
don't know
it was
either
a
because
bit
our
of a
race
detriment to quite a few people.
yeah, I mean the race was awesome at Daytona. Like these trucks were, when they updated it like in the spring or whatever, or maybe over the summer. Last time they updated it before this time, I thought they drove great in the pack and in the draft and everything. I thought it was a lot of fun. And I don't know, well, they did something, and it's just bad. It's just not. It's not fun. No one. It feels like no one's going anywhere. Doesn't matter how many lanes you have. It just feels like you're going nowhere. So, I don't know. I digest.
All right, well, let's look forward to next week. Next week, we are going to be going to the Music City of Mr. Nashville, Tennessee, and we're going to be going to the Super Speedway there. So, what's the feeling like for you? We head to the giant concrete Super Speedway.
Yeah, that's a weird track. I don't know. It probably won't go good. Like, I mean, this is like one of the few races that actually went good this season. I don't know. It's kind of it's like a narrow track, like 3 wides, tough there a little bit. But it's not a super speedway. It's like even it's called that, but it's like a mile and a half but it's just a weird track. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know. It's not a track I would have voted for. I would have been like, can we go somewhere else? Can we go to Martinsville? I'll take Martinsville over that.
Oh God, don't say that. No. I refuse.
We would have fun.
No.
We would have fun at
Chris,
Martinsville.
no, don't put that evil on me.
We would have so much fun.
Oh no, I'd rather rerun Kansas. All right.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Anyway, Chris, before we let you go, anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, I'll give a shout to Jonathan and Austin. I don't know if that win will stand, but man, that was cool. I was mad at first, and then I got so mad that I was like, you know what? I can't be mad about this. Like, why didn't I think of that? So, yeah, shout out to those guys. Kudos for those guys making it work. Like I said, I don't know if that'll stand. I look, there's not a rule against it, but someone probably have a problem with it. I don't really care. Like for me, what does it matter? Third or second doesn't matter to me. I thought, kudos to him. Are they teammates? I don't even know. Maybe they're teammates.
I think they are teammates. Yes.
Yeah, so it totally makes sense, and that's why we have teams. And if we don't want that to happen, maybe we shouldn't have teams. I don't know, but that's why we have teams, and that's what they're for. And I don't even know who's on my team, so that probably wouldn't have worked for me. I think it's Jaron and Jonas, maybe Corey. I don't know. I don't know. I
Oh.
forgot who's on my team.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Let me.
I think I know Jaron's on my team. I think he said Jonas. I don't know. I haven't ever looked.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even look for it right
I don't
now.
even know. I don't even know where to go to find out.
I'm in the team submissions channel having a look. I
Oh,
think
is
that's
that
where
a
it
thing?
would be. But anyway, congratulations on coming home P3 here tonight. In what was a very hard fought race, and we look forward to seeing what we can do next week when we go to Nashville.
Yeah, man. We'll see. Like I said, it could be a lot of fun. I don't think it will be, but we'll be here anyway.
Absolutely, and we'll be here as well as long as I don't end up in hospital again.
All right. Well, yeah, you can stay out of the hospital.
All right, Chris. Thank you very much for coming out. Congratulations on P3, and we'll see what we can do next week at the Music City.
Yeah, buddy. We'll see ya.
All right, guys. That was our third place getter, the 12 of Chris Champeau. But that is going to end things off for us here tonight in what was the most entertaining finish to a race in Output Racing League history. This one is going to go down in the annals of time, and we'll never ever have another finish like that again. But until next week, I've been your commentator, the Aussie Sim commentator. We'll see you guys in the Music City.